Hello everyone, it's Vicky here today, designing for Bramble Fox, and I am using the delicious January Fox box. And I've chosen this perspective here that says warming, and there's a couple of little cups of cocoa with it, which I think is really cute. And it goes really well with the Winter Woods collection from SimpleStories, so that's what I'm going to use to make my layout. I've chosen a couple of the papers, 3 of the papers from this collection, and I'm just going to build a little layered section, I guess, on the left of my page. So I'm going to do this onto a white background, and I just want to put a couple of layers here. So I've got just a straight strip of that dotty one, and then a little torn strip of this sort of muted pink, and then a bit of this one that has some stars on it. And it's just really sort of a basic layering area with different papers involved, which I'm going to build here for my photos. And I'm just playing with where things are going. I change my mind 100 times while I'm making this layout. Okay, so these are the page pieces from the collection. There's a couple of nice cute bits in there. I love this little bingo card that says snow on it. That looks really cute. And the little star says Winter Wonders on it, or snowflake, I guess. And this is a frame sticker, just off that sticker sheet. And I'm just putting some powder on the back of it because that stops it sticking to my page, so I can just play with where it's going to go until I stick it down. Plus also I want to stick it on foam, so I want to be able to move that around at the moment. I'm just going to put a bit more of this pinky paper in behind here. And just to add a bit of extra width to that section there, because I want my photo to sit on it, but I still want papers to stick out the side, if that makes sense. And then I thought I'm going to use that piece, that leftover ripped piece down the side here. And I like the way that that looks. So I'm going to stick down the papers at least, so that, because I know they're not going to move, and then I can play with embellishments. My photos of my nieces drinking a cup of hot chocolate, so I thought it went really well. I recoloured it just a little bit. My niece was wearing red pyjama bottoms, so I recoloured them to pink to match this collection. Hey ho, no one will remember they're red by the time 20 years have gone by and they're looking back at this album, I think, right? Yeah, that's right. She loved pink as well, so she loves pink, so that's good. Okay, so just sticking those other pieces down. I think all the papers are stuck now. And I'm just trying to figure out my arrangement on the page. This is just tissue paper, which I'm going to put on the back of the photo, just to add some layers and texture on there. And stick that down. It's just a messy layer. It's not perfect, so but it just helps to give some focus to the photograph. Okay, I'm just cutting off the excess there. There we go. And I'm going to put some foam on the back of that photo as well to raise that off the page. There we go. That is what I'm doing. Sorry about the light on this. It's not great. I always do my layouts in daylight, but this one I have the light on as well, and it's still not great. So hopefully you can see it okay. Okay, so these hearts are great. They look really 3D, but they're just flat die cuts, but don't they look cool? I love them. So some more bits out of here, another snowflake out of that bits and pieces there, and I take some pieces out of here as well. I think about using another bingo card, but I think it's too much to have both of them. Another snowflake there that I've taken out. Okay, It seems strange to be scrapping January photos now, actually, when Christmas is coming. Yeah, but it's how it works when you're on design team. We're scrapping ahead. So I've done all my Christmas. I think there are a couple more for me to post, but I've actually made them all now, all my Christmas layouts. So I'm on to January winter layouts now. I wanted to use that little piece that I've put in at the top, but that actually doesn't ultimately go in. So yeah, this is a little layered piece which I'm going to put on the right, and I really think this is cute and works well. I put the powder on the back again just in case I put it there and change my mind, which I don't, but there's always that possibility with me. Okay, so I'm sort of landing on having my title there to join the left and the right section of the page, and I'm going to put another heart up here with that layered section. Okay, and just looking through all my other bits and bobs and pieces. Right, I just tidied up my desk there because it was getting a bit messy, and so now I'm back to it. So I'm going to put some foam onto the back of the frame, as I mentioned before. Now I've already put the foam on the photo, so I had to cut a little piece off because that's going to sit on top of the frame. So I just did that, and then I'm going to put the foam on here. And this is just regular sticky back foam. You know, you can get it in pretty much every craft store. So it's sticky one side and not the other, and I just use that to raise up my pieces each time. I actually bought some foam strips. I should probably use those, but old habits and all that. Okay, so I'm just going to start to stick these bits down as well now, and that's Scotch tacky glue in a fine liner bottle, in case you're wondering. And I'm going to stick the embellishments on top. Oh, and the green one there is going to go below the frame. This one I decided to ruffle up a little bit to make it a bit more three-dimensional, and that's going to go there under the photo. Sticking the photo down with a bit of glue. There we go, and it's going to sit there next to the photo on that frame. Okay, things are definitely getting stuck down now. So the little layered pieces there are going to be stuck together. Make sure I get it straight. And I'm going to stick the title. You can see everything's being stuck with the same glue on my page. I find it works for everything. I did use ATG tape for the sticking the paper, but for the glue, for the embellishments, I always use the wet glue. Okay, so a bit of foam onto the hearts that I have on the page. That one's going to tuck under there. I'm going to stick down my cups one on top of the other, so that one's going to lay flat, and then I want the other one to lay on top, so I'm going to just put a bit of foam next to it so that that one has something to stick to. And I also put a bit of glue on the handle, so the handle's stuck and then the cup itself is stuck to that foam, so it gives that 3D effect, which is kind of hard to see looking at it on here, but hopefully you'll see it in the close-ups. Just sticking down those hearts there with some foam. And chipboard stickers. Love a bit of chipboard. I like this little banner here that says hello, but I just like the way that it flows onto the page. A bit of the backing came off of there, but that doesn't matter. You can't see that once it's stuck down. There we go, stick it both ends. I think that looks pretty cute up there. That's a little centre that I'm putting on that snowflake. And there's another heart there, which I'm going to put in the little stack at the top. That's not going on foam because that's chipboard, so it's quite dimensional already. Okay, these are the foam stickers. And I think I just use a couple of these. Yeah, just this little one that says chilled vibes. And then a little green and white heart piece, which I put over on the left, just to fill that little gap there. I think I'm pretty much done. What else am I about to do? Okay, so yes, I use these little sort of like paint chips almost, and I cut it in half and I put it under my photo. So one says, the half with text says making memories, and the other bit's just a little green bit, and I just put those two under my photos as little tabs, which I think is nice. I do add some enamel dots off camera, and that's it. That's the final layout. I hope it's given you some inspiration for using your January Fox box. Please do let me know if you have any questions. I'll be happy to help. And there'll be some close-ups coming now. All that's left for me to say is Merry Christmas. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be back next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.